matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And a work forward for about 4 as they get him down at the 29-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. You talk about this Jets defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
I don't know the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning are probably up over 98%.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The Raiders at 4-5, a game under 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
1 Omaha. 1 Omaha. 21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9?
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19.
A give, running right is Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Jets are on the board first here in Vegas. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The returner, Trey Tucker, going to bring this one out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Hey, gun.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. You talk about this Jets defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And the Raiders have got him. Balone Nichols in there to take him down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Zerline's kick is up and through. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
21.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Second quarter from Vegas. The home-standing Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Sixty-five. Stand high.
Garoppolo now. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And that's complete to Adams. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
21. Here we go. Flag. Stand.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. That is caught. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Here we go.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
21. 12. White. 11.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Play action. Garoppolo. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
2.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
11. Clock.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Touchdown Raiders. Austin Hooper. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December
more football.
Early in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Rodgers now on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
On second down, Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
21.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
2, 6.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rodgers throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
2nd down and 4.
Now Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on that to punt it away on 4th down. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Rodgers now on 1st down. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Malcolm Kuntz. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Rodgers going to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, take 26.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Rodgers to throw once more.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
11.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
21. Here we go. Flag!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
Hardman on the return.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. They'll roll him out right.
He finds Wilson.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. To throw is Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 3 yards out.
And the Jets get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Zerline good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
11, 21, 21, 12, 12.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
26.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. On first down, Rodgers.
Throw right side, Wilson.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Rodgers.
Oh, the out route, he finds Hardman.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Here's Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Randall Cobb from 3 yards out.
And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Wait.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And they're going to be set up in in the red zone at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On play action, now Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hall ought to give up the middle.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Jets on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we
They've
go.
got good starting field position as they come up here
65,
1st and
65.
10 at the 41-yard line.
21. Dad.
Here's Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Garoppolo. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That is caught, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Go ahead.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2. I got this.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset.
2nd and 6.
They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Hey, gun. I got this. Hey, gun.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Wait. I got this.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
21. Go ahead, go ahead. Stand hot.
They go with Jacobs, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards.
Over here.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
They'll go again with Hall.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
26.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down. Straight ahead is Hall.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, this was a very close ball game at